Welcome back, my delinquents. Incel VTuber. We have a story in the news that is a little bit more of a rant than news, but I think it lives up to its name of the Incel VTuber. You might be saying, Del, is this newsworthy? Well, I think so, as this mindset seems to be seeping more and more into VTubing. We have two ways to think about this. Is it baiting for a certain kind of audience? Or are they really just this delusional? Let's find out. This is about someone called Kylax was calling them out on this behavior right here. Hey, so this is actually extremely misogynistic and very incel-y clown behavior. You aren't entitled to a relationship with women who have high enough standards to not want someone who only sees them as romanceable objects. You are an incel. Hope this helps. And this blew up to having 3,000 likes, 155,000 views, etc. 600 bookmarks. And this is a VTuber. I don't think they're just a VTwitterer. They are a VTuber who is a confirmed man. He is a guy who uses a female avatar and seems to post a lot of their thighs and femboy outfits. That's all I've been able to deduce. I'll show you a bit of it. But from their profile. And they see very aggressive takes. Now, I did check when this first came out. This was posted by them. There wasn't faking or anything like this. But they have since deleted this. But it did exist. I'm probably going to hate for this, but I don't care. I think they were going to say, going to get hate. Please read it all. And not many people did because it's pretty painful. I'm not going to lie to you. Women need to lower their standards for dating men. I don't know why that matters to anyone else except the person trying to date them. If you look around, you will see a lot of single guys and a lot of single women. Single is on the rise. Not because they aren't trying, it's because they don't have good looks, money, or muscles. I think it's a mixture of a lot of different things, but I think, honestly, it's failure to socialize. People are having such a hard time actually knowing how to socialize with each other. It's getting pretty bad. We're all allergic to grass, honestly. As someone who's spoken to a lot of women, I know it's a bit different in America. Honestly, most women date guys not as pretty as them. Usually they make more money than them. That's how it works a lot of the time. Because women usually stop working to have kids at some point, so it's not seen as predominant for a straight woman or whatever to earn the most. So they usually go for jobs they like. But I'm not going to go through this as I'm explaining all of this, but this is just a toxic mindset to have of blaming others for your problems. Women love to chase their fantasies of dating some super rich, handsome guy, and don't get me wrong, us guys do it too. Yeah, they do. A lot of guys have really high standards too, just like women. It's just slightly different. A lot of men want to date women substantially better looking than them. We just leave it at the fantasy. I don't think that's 100% true, because most guys will not want to date an ugly woman. Money and some other things are less a concern to them, but most guys want a woman prettier than them. Any guy I know would be perfectly happy with someone that will just be there for them when he needs it. Some guys would. Some people, just like women, just want someone for who they are. But there's a lot of guys that also want them to be pretty, or at least pretty to them. Just like a lot of people in general. That's why so many guys are depressed nowadays. Everyone's depressed. It's because no matter what we do, we are treated like we are trash and don't belong on the earth. Yes, women are always not treated like that. I think this is just a very not seen outwards approach, because women have been treated trash from hundreds of years in different ways. And that is just how people are. They treat people like garbage. I do think we should be more empathetic to each other, but you must be empathetic to other people to expect empathy back. I don't think attacking the opposite gender is really a solution here. What the fuck do we do to deserve this? Just because we are male, we need to be treated like nothing more than dirt for everyone to walk on? No one seems to care about our feelings, because why should they? I'm not saying everyone is like this, but the majority, I apologize if this offends. The adult reality is no one has to care about your feelings. Realistically, man or woman. They don't have to be there to nurture and grow you as just a random woman on the street. Maybe in a relationship at some point, or even in a friendship. But no one has to do that. Most men do not nurture the feelings of every woman around them. And it's the same thing. There is no way for one person to care about every single person to the most extreme in their life. It doesn't work, and it's not healthy. That is the thing. You have to realize that both sides have bad aspects to them in this. Men treat women like shit. Some women treat men like shit. It all happens. It's not unique. This is not a unique perspective from just men. Women feel like they get treated like shit too. Just people are shitty sometimes. That's just how it is. But the majority are. I apologize. The majority are. I hate that. Hate the majority mindset of, well, this one person did this to me, so they're all bad. It's stupidity. I apologize if this offends you in any way, but everything I have just said is true because he is the go-to on everything. He knows everything more than everyone else. That's the shit, guys. We don't know anything because he knows it's true. I can say from experience as a guy that dating is impossible. Almost like with a lot of women that say dating is impossible. It's almost like dating is hard. I've tried and been shut down more times than I can count because I wasn't good enough. Almost 90% of the planet. Most women are shut down because they're not good enough either. Or they aren't given a chance or whatever. That's just life. You get shut down constantly until you find that one person. Thank you for reading. I hope everyone has an amazing day. I don't know why they felt the need to shove this in this as a VTuber. It's very odd to me. And they are right. It's very incel-y, but I've seen this mindset pop into VTubing because it always pops in a little bit here and there. Majority guys, I do not think like this. They agree dating is hard. And some aspects of dating can be really freaking shallow. But it's the same for women too. A lot of aspects from a male perspective are wanting to date women based on very shallow things. Looks, fitness level, how much do they weigh, etc. Can they cook? Can they clean? Whatnot. It's, yeah, personality matters a lot, but varying from different people to people, that value changes. This is why I only chase after 2D anime men. They never disappoint. That is the thing. I think the thing is, the ability to escape into fantasyism is just on a high. So I think that's why men and women's standards are just going higher more of the time, is because you don't have to date anyone. And I feel like that is the real crunch everyone is feeling, is no one has to date. No, a lot of people don't want kids. A lot of people don't specifically need a relationship. They will only have a relationship they want. That is good for them. Because all the other pressures of you need to have one, you need to have a spouse is kind of dead for a lot of people. And I think focusing on yourself on being a good and better person will catch more flies, men or women, than being a sour bitch. I'm going to be honest. You might say that's mean calling them a sour bitch, but they just kind of sound a bit sour. And like, I haven't been given my woman yet. Yeah, life is full of waiting. We all must wait, and we all must try and improve ourselves to be better prospects if we want a partner. And we should all improve ourselves and find someone that fits well to us. I don't think asking women or men to lower their standards to fit into someone that isn't right to them is worth it. I do think some people are more shallow and they should work on that, because I don't think shallow is a fantastic trait. But you have to be realistic too, because depending on your goals for the future, what you want, children, etc., certain standards have to be met by men or women. It's the same thing if a man who wants kids would want a woman that wants kids. If a woman that wants kids would want a man that wants kids. That is a standard you wouldn't break. And the same thing if they weren't both responsible or financially responsible enough to have kids, you may not date that person because you wouldn't want to have kids with them. Those are fine standards to have. Now, if we're talking about shallowness on looks, everyone should take a step back and value things more than just looks. But some people literally aren't attracted to people, and that's just how it is. You can't force someone to be attracted to you. And that's all I'll say on that. But let's look at some of these comments on here and how much you got roasted. I read the first 2 sentences and totally zoned out. They were talking to the voices, bro. Yeah, no one asks this, and they could have left it out. And of course, a VTuber, yes, the classic, he's just an incel rebuttal. My dude, look at the facts. Men are treated as second-class citizens. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate from some incels in the comments going, we are second-class citizens. How, bro? Even so, if you're white, calm down. As a very white person, calm the fuck down. Hypergamy, what is hypergamy? Is rising more and more. Getting up on love it. Good reason. Ignore me Googling what the fuck this is. I forgot what it means. Oh, when you marry someone from a higher social class, that's always been around. I always find this rebuttal that women nowadays only date higher, etc. But women were always expected to marry higher than their class because that was the only way to have a successful life before you could work. It's been inbuilt in women for a long time that if you marry the wrong kind of man, it is 100% your fault. And this rebuttal on this of have lower standards also comes from the same kind of people that say women choose weak men or the wrong men for them or broke men and it's all their fault. So what is the answer here? If you pick a broke man, you picked wrong. If you pick a rich man, you're just shallow. I really feel like there is a pigeonhole here if you can't make a correct answer. And that's why I think mostly you should pick people that you just want to spend your life with. And funny enough, not everyone's going to want to do that with you. And it's really that simple. And I'm not going to go into their page or stuff because I don't think it had much substance. I just went to check that they were a male VTuber that uses a female model, etc. And that they do some sort of femboy work, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. But I do find it very ironic that they're shitting on women while kinda impersonating them to make money. And I'm not saying that in a trans way because they're not trans. It says that they are male on their page. It's just that they are using the female physique to get money and viewers and then turn around and shit on them. But that is where the idea is this a bait? Because Twitter is full of baits. Yes, they could very well believe this and could be delulu, because I've been proven wrong before that I find it hard to believe anyone of any gender that believes this stuff so hardcore. But I've been proven wrong before. But they could just be baiting for an audience, seeing they seem to be baiting for male viewers that believe in this. So that is something, if you're going to come away with, like, my brother, an incel like me, let me go pay for some thighs. Double check that they might be baiting 100% just to draw in people like this. The people that think they are oppressed men, that women just don't look at them, stuff like that. It's because there's a general connection that men like this only believe these things because they are genuinely lonely, etc. And they are a prime target for grifting and for people just stealing their money. And because they dislike women in some of these situations or blame women for problems, they're actually more likely to engage in femboy activities. Or engage in activities with men for feminine replies and get their money taken. So a lot of people bait out these kind of ideologies because there's money in it. And so that's the true point. What do you think? Do you think this was a bait by them? Or do you think they actually believe this stuff? I'm curious. Let me know in the comments below, and I'm mainly just ranting about this because I wanted to know what you guys think. Do you think it's a bait? Do you think it's 100% real? What is your thoughts? And I do personally think that blaming all your problems on one gender or one group of people is very stupid. And I'm not going to disregard people's feelings on this, but they're probably coming from a place of loneliness and a place of wanting to be heard, but I don't think this is the way to do it. I don't think aggression is the solution for any group of people. I'll catch you next time in the next video, my delinquents. You got this, bestie.